Before you warm up that food sitting in your refrigerator today, I need you to watch this video all the way through because what I'm about to share with you could genuinely be the most important thing you hear this week. I'm Dr. William Lee, and over the past 25 years of practicing medicine and researching cancer biology, I have seen patterns that most general practitioners never connect. One of those patterns has to do with a habit that almost every household in America does every single day: reheating leftovers. Now I know what you're thinking. Leftovers? Really? But stay with me because the science here is real and it's urgent. We are going to talk specifically about your pancreas, one of the most vital and most overlooked organs in your body, and how certain reheated foods that seem completely harmless, may be quietly increasing your risk of one of the deadliest cancers we know of. Pancreatic cancer has a 5-year survival rate of around 12%. 12. That number should stop you cold. It's not because the cancer is impossible to fight. It's because by the time most people find out they have it, it has already spread. That's why prevention is everything. And today, I'm going to give you real, actionable steps you can start using by tonight. Most doctors don't connect these dots during a routine checkup. The research connecting food preparation habits to pancreatic cancer risk is sitting in journals that primary care physicians rarely have time to read. And number 2 on our list today, I have to be honest with you, even surprised me when I first saw the data. So please, keep watching. Before I get into the list, I want to hear from you. Drop your age in the comments right now. Just your age, nothing else. I read every single comment on this channel, and what I'm seeing from our community is helping me understand what topics matter most to you. Also, tell me, how often do you reheat food each week? Once, every day? Your answer might change after today. Number 5, reheated white rice. This one surprises people almost every time I bring it up. Rice seems so innocent. Billions of people eat it every day. So what's the problem? The issue is not the rice itself. It's what happens to rice when it cools down and then gets reheated improperly. When cooked white rice cools, especially at room temperature, it produces something called resistant starch. Now that part is actually fine. Resistant starch can even be beneficial in some contexts. The real danger is something else entirely. Rice that is cooled and then reheated at uneven temperatures creates conditions where a compound called acrolein can form. Acrolein is a reactive aldehyde. Think of it as a chemical irritant that forms when starchy foods are subjected to repeated heat cycles. Research published in the journal Food and Chemical Toxicology, drawing on data compiled from multiple food safety institutes in Europe and Asia, found that acrolein exposure is associated with oxidative stress in pancreatic ductal cells, the exact cells where the majority of pancreatic cancers originate. There is a separate danger that most people miss entirely. Bacillus cereus, a bacteria that thrives in cooked rice left at room temperature, can survive reheating and produces toxins that create chronic low-grade inflammation in the gut. A landmark review from the European Food Safety Authority examining food preparation habits in over 40,000 households found that individuals who regularly consumed improperly stored and reheated starchy foods had measurably elevated inflammatory biomarkers. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of pancreatic cancer development. I had a patient, a gentleman named Harold, 71 years old, a retired machinist from Indianapolis, Indiana. Harold was the kind of man who made a big pot of rice every Sunday and ate from it all week, leaving it on the stove with the lid on. He wasn't doing anything he thought was dangerous. When we ran his routine blood work and found his CA 19-9 levels, that's a pancreatic cancer marker, slightly elevated, we did a deep investigation into his daily habits. The rice left at room temperature for days was one of 3 things we changed immediately. The practical fix here is simple. Cook rice fresh when you can. If you must store cooked rice, put it in the refrigerator within 1 hour of cooking in a shallow container so it cools fast, and use it within 24 hours. When you reheat it, add a tablespoon of water, cover it, and heat it uniformly to at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit all the way through, not just warm on the edges with a cold center. Bonus protection.